the Silly Circus of Surprises. Hey there, little explorer. Before we start our silly story, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to know if you're listening from a cozy house, a tree house, or even a blanket fort. And don't forget to follow our channel and tap the little bell so you never miss a single magical tale. Are you ready? Let's go! Once upon a time, in the wiggly-wobbly town of Giggleberry, there was a circus like no other. It was called the Silly Circus of Surprises, and every animal in it was a little bit, well, bonkers. Children from all around would come running to see what kind of silly show was waiting inside. Each morning, the circus gates would open with a toot, and a honk, and a giant puff of confetti. Today was a special day opening day. The ringmaster, a very short penguin named Percival Picklefeather, was polishing his tall top hat and practicing his announcement voice. Ladies and gentle kiddos, he squawked in his squeaky voice. As I was saying, our first act is the Tutu Tigers. He wobbled backward and landed in a barrel of popcorn. The crowd burst into laughter. My bottom, but it's so comfy on my head. Prepare yourselves for the silliest, giggliest, most surprising show you've ever seen. Just then, a huge purple balloon drifted by and bopped Percival on the head. Boink! Geraldine had practiced juggling 14 pineapples all week. Out popped Percival's head, wearing a popcorn crown. They pranced and pirouetted, but in the middle of the twirl, Bob's tutu flew off and landed on Percival's head. But just as she tried to add the 15th pineapple, achoo, the spotlight swung across the ring. There stood 3 tigers, Stripey, Spotty, and Bob, each wearing a sparkly pink tutu. Stripey was trying to balance on one paw, but he kept toppling over. One landed in a cotton candy machine. Another bounced into a clown's hat. 12 seals wearing little bow ties sat in a line, each holding a trumpet. Their conductor was a flamingo in sparkly shoes. The last pineapple landed in the lap of a very surprised goat sitting in the front row. A rain of balloons fell from the ceiling. Some popped, some bounced. One got stuck on the flamingo's beak. Spotty was twirling in circles so fast he made himself dizzy. Bob, the smallest tiger, had his tutu on upside down and thought it was a hat. Bob, darling, Stripey huffed, the tutu goes on your bottom. Bob blinked. Sparklehoof could ride a unicycle while hula hooping and eating a banana at the same time. But then no! He sneezed, too. The banana flew up, landed on Percival's head again, and the unicycle wobbled so hard it did a spin, sending Sparklehoof flying into a giant tub of jelly. The audience giggled. Bob shrugged and left it there. Together, the Tutu Tigers attempted their famous dance. Thank you, Tutu Tigers, Percival announced from under the tutu. What a surprising performance. Next up was the incredible juggling giraffe. Her name was Geraldine, and she was so tall she could see over the entire circus tent. Ready, she called, stretching her long neck. Ready, shouted the children. Geraldine tossed the first pineapple high into the air, then another, and another. Soon she had all 14 pineapples spinning in a dizzy circle. Geraldine sneezed so hard, the pineapples flew in every direction. She stepped forward, took hold of the golden lever, and pulled. The goat took a polite bite. Much delicious, he said. Everyone laughed so hard their bellies hurt. After the giraffe came the sneezing seal symphony. 1, 2, 3 blow. The flamingo shouted. The seals all sneezed into their trumpets at once. Honk, squeak, toot. The sound was so funny that the tent shook. Next came the unicycle unicorn. His name was Sparklehoof, and he wore sunglasses because he thought they made him look cool. Everyone cheered, clapped, and munched on blueberry pie. It was the silliest, happiest day Giggleberry had ever seen. Percival stood by the gate, tipping his hat. He zipped into the ring, hula hoop spinning, banana munching, singing his own theme song. I'm Sparklehoof, I'm super cool. Watch me ride and spin and drool. Everyone cheered as he did a big loop around the tent. Splat! Sparklehoof popped his head out, jelly dripping from his horn. Ta-da! He announced. The children clapped and giggled. Even Percival couldn't stop laughing. After many more silly acts, a hamster cannon, a singing ostrich, and a tap-dancing crocodile Percival wiped the jelly off his feathers and stepped into the spotlight. Ladies and gentle kiddos, he said with a grin, "You've been a wonderful audience, but there is one last surprise." The lights dimmed, a hush fell over the crowd. Behold, the giant pie of mystery. With a rumble and a squeak, a huge pie big as a car was rolled into the ring. It smelled like blueberries and cinnamon. "Who dares to pull the lever and discover what's inside?" Percival asked. Every hand shot up. Percival picked a little girl in a yellow hat. Ding! The top of the pie popped open. Out sprang 100 tiny mice in polka dot pants, dancing and singing. "We're the pie mice. Oh, so nice. Thanks for coming. Have some slice." Each mouse held a little pie and tossed it into the crowd. As the children left the tent, Sparklehoof waved from his unicycle carefully this time. "And the Tutu Tigers blew kisses. Come back soon," he called. "And remember, surprises are everywhere, especially here." We hope you loved this silly story. Tell us in the comment where you're listening from. Maybe your town will appear in our next tale. And don't forget to follow our channel and tap the little bell, so you'll always hear the next magical adventure. See you next time in the world of stories. The end.